I wrote down 13 lessons I've learned during the ceremonies. There were definitely many, many more lessons, but I feel these are the most strong ones and the ones I really want to take with me. Definitely recommend watching you till the end because there are some very, very powerful thoughts. I believe that not only me, I have and I need to hear, but also you, and I believe they will bring you a lot of good and amazing value. First of all, I realized during the first ceremony it was so beautiful and to realize that we are all connected. We're all connected to nature, all the plants, all the trees, all the little and bigger animals. We all are one. And I never was a person which was so much connected to nature, but I kind of realized that if we kill the forest and if we kill the animals, we are killing ourselves. That some little part of us is in the forest or is in the nature, and I guess in the jungle when you feel really, really connected. That was so beautiful. So I really want to continue nourishing the relationship between me and nature and understand it more. The second lesson I've learned is how powerful our mind is, how important is to train our mind and not be the slave of our mind, because our mind can be thinking of many things. We can be working but thinking of something else. So training our mind is so important, not only for being concentrated but achieving what we want. We are not concentrated, and I feel with all the social media and with all the internet we are so disconnected sometimes and so hard for us to focus. And I think that being in focus and having trained mind, it's gonna be very, very powerful, especially in the future. It is already now, but it's gonna be so rare and so important to maintain. Third lesson I realized, and I didn't know I have it that strong, is our ego. And our ego is so often trying to discourage us from so many things, and it's sometimes so strong that we completely forget about our heart, about our intuition. It's just ego. We can completely go against what we really want, what we feel inside. It's important. The fourth thing I realized is how important is to feel and to be aware of our ancestors and of our family and of the all connection we have together. I came from very, very little family, and therefore I always thought it's normal to just completely ignore, but I realized it's so important to try to communicate with them and to nourish this connection, and also to understand what they've been through, what we inherited. We have part of them in our bodies and in our souls. Other lesson I've just realized is that we live in a fear. We live in fear to say someone I love you. We have fear to travel somewhere. We fear to decide. We have fear to speak up loud. And we so often, so frequently live in a fear that we completely forget to follow our hearts. And with the fear, we are losing the creativity. We are losing the joy of the life, and we become less happy. And I guess that's something we need to change. We need to follow our heart more. We need to connect a little bit more to what we want. The other lessons I've learned is that everything has perfect timing and perfect place, even though we don't understand, and everything our ego is saying no, don't, not now, not this time. It could have been better to do this next week or last month. I think everything happened for a reason, and that's another lessons I've learned. Everything which the people we meet, the school we study, the job we decide to have, the partner we choose, everything happens for a reason. And even though we are leaders of our life, we should become 100% responsible for whatever is happening. Everything happens for a reason, and we can take a lesson from it. We can read, we can listen to podcasts, we can talk to very experienced people about the job, about the career, about family, about health, about everything. We can educate ourselves as much as we want, but until we experience it, I feel we didn't really learn anything. So this can be applied for anything, for your if you want to be better at some job, practice it. Go and fail, but practice it. That way you will learn. Another thing I've realized is the self-appreciation and the self-love we must nourish, we must work on. I realized that I have had one of the best years, probably the best year in my life, 2022. I didn't even realize that. And I didn't realize all the amazing things I have achieved. And I feel that we often, maybe it's cultural thing, or maybe it comes from family or all the traumas, but sometimes we lower ourselves. So we say, yeah, I did that, but I could have done that better, and we're comparing ourselves with others. And this is one of the other lessons. Don't compare with yourself with others. Compare yourself with yourself yesterday and week ago and month ago, and be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to be alone if you need. Allow yourself to be yourself. I would never believe that I would say that loud, but God, it's so important, and it gives the meaning to our life. No God in meaning of church, because I don't mean that one, but God in the sense of source or universe or Pachamama or whatever we want to call it. Let's call it God. That there is something higher than just we. Feel through Ayahuasca, I definitely seen and definitely experienced that there is something more. Other lesson I've learned that we don't know anything. Today I've just realized that already a year ago I thought I've learned so much about the spirituality, and now I realized I didn't know anything. And I think a lot of people who go through this journey, they realize that we don't know anything, but we can try to communicate with ourselves, try to understand more what we want, what we need, where do we come from. We can try to understand more God and the world we live in, and follow our values and follow our gods. However, I think we don't know anything. The other lesson I've learned, and I guess this was one of the visible ones, and so powerful, and I would say it was not only through Ayahuasca, but I think it was also through talking to so many beautiful people who were on the retreat with me and reading some books and listening to some podcasts, was that you can heal yourself with your own body and your own thoughts. I definitely believe this is possible, that we don't need to consume so many pills and so many medicaments. Of course, if it's urgent and if it's needed, definitely it is needed. I'm not a doctor. This is just some realization which came to me. Week before the retreat, I tried to be much more conscious about what I eat. I think I already eat quite clean. I try to completely cut all the soft drinks. I try to drink very little alcohol, almost non-alcohol, just, I don't know, once a month beer. I try to be conscious about the food, not eating processed food, trying to cook for myself. However, in the jungle, we were eating literally just beans, rice, fruits, veggies, and my skin, I'm so happy to share. I don't know if you see it. It still has some scars and some marks. They will probably have forever, I don't know. But I feel I heal my skin. I have been struggling with my skin for the last 5 years, I would say, maybe 7 years. After 10 days, when I got out of the jungle, we didn't have mirror. I went out, and people already started telling me, your skin got better. And now when I see myself, it's not just the pimples, it's like the texture. It's so powerful how our mind and our food can change us so quickly. Last but not least, lesson I've realized and I want to share with you is that what we think and what we say and what we share with others, we should be very conscious. Sometimes when we are excited about something, like let's say, this is the most amazing cup I have bought in Peru and I completely feel the energy, and someone will tell you, oh, this is completely useless cup for $1, then you will see the cup and you will lose the excitement. You will lose what you have seen in the cup. And this can be, of course, connected to everything, to any experience or to any idea you have. And therefore, share your thoughts only with people who are special. Share your thoughts with people who are close to you, who really wants the best for you, and be conscious about the people you are surrounded with. Be conscious about what you say, because the words are so powerful. and the thoughts are so powerful. I know that this can all sound like cliche, but I feel like through ayahuasca I really saw how stopping our mind or how saying nice words to us can completely change the trajectory or completely change the way and the pace and we're going. Last lesson I realized, and I would say it was the most powerful one, was that the things are much easier than we think. I think that we are doing the things in a difficult way. We are always think, okay, I need to figure out the career and then I can have a happy family, and I need to figure out this and this and this and then that, and then our thoughts are somehow so difficult. If you see the Maslow pyramid, the most basic things are really important, and these basic values like safety, love, sleep, having enough food, and realizing that we all have enough, it's so important. And I feel often we seek for some very complicated answers, but the answers are so simple, not easy. And maybe 1/14th lesson I've learned: everything is within ourselves. The answers, the healing, all the power, everything is within ourselves. We just need to discover, expand, be nicer to us. This has been everything. I have to admit that it hasn't been easy for me to share it. I hear it on my voice. It can be really life-changing. It depends on your mind and how open you are to such things. But I want to people get rid of the fears about ayahuasca and about all these things, because I never was really into it, but now I feel it's something so powerful and beautiful. And I wish everyone to be happy, to follow their heart, and to be healthy and connected. Thank you.